Okay, so let's talk about what's really going on here for this equinox. Whew. Okay. Okay. So um one thing for sure, it is the fall. It is, a new Libra is one of the cardinal signs. Cardinal means new beginnings. It's kicking that thing off, okay? Um so what we want to do is we want to set some new intentions. We should be setting new intentions at Libra season just like we do when it's at Aries season, okay? We should do it Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn. New beginnings. It's double new beginnings. Double new beginnings, all right? So at the very least, double new beginnings. So that's something I want y'all to be thinking about. I love in the coaching world, I love teaching work in 90-day blocks. There's this book called The 12-Week Year that can help you get a better understanding. It's not the most fun book to read. I didn't even read it. I listened to it on Audible. But I find when I work in 90-day blocks, I get things done. And whenever I get lost, because we all get lost, after we set our new intentions, I just come back to I just need to focus on this 90 days. Okay. So it's an opportunity. I encourage you all to treat it like it's a new moon that when the sun goes into Libra. Okay. But let's look and see what's the imprint of fall for Libra season. All right. So this is the chart from or that for the 23rd. The sun goes into Libra, you know, it's at 0 degrees. And at that same time, so this is one thing I'm going to tell y'all. First of all, October is when we're going to have two eclipses. So I'm going to be putting my eclipse masterclass inside of my membership. So if you want access to that eclipse masterclass, make sure you join here on my YouTube channel. Um, if I can get it together where I can just sell it, I'll try that. But for sure, it's gonna go into my YouTube membership. So why am I talking about the eclipses right now? Well, part of the reason I'm talking about these eclipses is because the eclipse is in um, Libra. We have eclipses in Libra and Aries right now. So Libra is a very important sign. And I want to tell y'all something. Last year, um, the sun and Libra, I mean, the sun and Mars, let me just make sure of something before I say this. Mars, sun does not meet Mars. The sun meet Mars. Hold on one second, y'all. I'm sorry. No, the sun is not going to meet Mars, I don't think. Sun, Mercury. Yeah, it's catching up to it, but it should not it should not happen. Okay. So the sun and Mars. Okay. So I'm pretty sure it was last year the sun and Mars met. It's called conjunct in Libra. And it was asking the Libras to take charge more and to or it was asking all of us in that Libra house. There was something new that was kicking off and it was going to last for about 2 years. And so there's something very special going on in Libra. All right. So to see that the sun and Mars are there together, that says a lot. But they're also there with this eclipse. And so it's kind of like Libra is the sign where you need to be letting go of something. And so one of the key primary words for Libra is balance. So a lot of us are going to be looking for having more balance in our lives. um, we're going to be looking to release and let go of what brings me imbalance, what takes me out of balance. So, this is a very important topic. And it's also the house where you want to release and let something go. Like for Aries, for sure, Aries is going to be releasing around relationships because that's just where that sign is for Aries. It represents relationships. Um, Let me see here. What else do I want to tell y'all about that? Um, yeah, so it's about relationships. So all of us potentially could be focusing a little bit more on relationships. But one of the areas that I like to focus on whenever I talk about Libra is contracts. It's a sign that has to do with contracts. And so there's definitely something about releasing contracts, but I'm going to tell you the ones that I think are the most important. It could be, a paper contract of some sort, right? But I personally think it's what have you agreed to? Because that's what a contract is. What have you agreed to in your life that is no longer serving you? And because the day of the equinox, we have Mars there. Mars can help you cut it. It can because Mars is, it has a machete, it's fight. So it can help you laser in and cut whatever you've agreed to. And trust and believe. I know we've been talking about cults, but all of us are under hypnosis. It's just our human makeup. No one can be outside of hypnosis because we are just one big suggestion. It's just what it is. We have bought into a belief, we've bought into an identity, we've bought into something. And that's why we are showing up in the world that we are the way we are showing up in the world. And so all of us make contracts, but some of these contracts may be subconscious. Some of them we made them consciously, but we don't remember that we came to this agreement. Like, what are you agreeing to in your life? These are the things that you want to be looking at with Libra, but also with this eclipse. What agreements need to be released and let go of? Yes. Oh, I love that. 90-day spiral cycles have been magical for me. Yes, 90 days is very helpful. Okay. So that's interesting. Um it's a lot going on. So I think that this fall is going to be a time where we focus on what have I agreed to that I need to not agree to? Like maybe you agreed to help out in some kind of way and you're just going to be like, I can't agree to it anymore, you know? Or maybe you agreed to somebody said, where you are fill in the blank and you said, yes, I am that. No shade, no judgment. It happens. But now it's like, no, I no longer agree to have that title. I no longer agree to wear that adjective. I got to get rid of this. So it's definitely a time to be really looking at that over the next 3 months. Okay. So the other thing that I think is interesting is out the box, out the gate, the sun and the moon are squaring at this time, and even the nodes. Okay, let me stop, Tyra. Okay, so the sun and the moon are squaring at as soon as the sun goes into Libra. So I think that Libra is going to be a time where we are taking action. Is this We had a nice slow summer, but baby, I don't think we're going to have a slow fall. We're going to be kicked into gear. I'll say it that way. And it's kind of like we're getting kicked into gear, like consciously we're kicked into gear, but maybe it's kind of sort of like we're getting kicked into the gear because there's something that we need. Okay. Um, because the square is a good thing. So that's something I think will happen. But the other thing too that is important is as much as we've been talking about these other groups this morning, Libra is a sign that is about collaboration and working with other people and allowing yourself to be supported. So I also think that this fall is going to be a time to make sure that we're looking at getting the right support or making sure we are supporting people, that we're both aligned with each other or something like that. Yeah. Okay. So I do think that it is going to be a time where, yeah, we really need to be looking at who are we working with and is this good for us or not? Um, and some of it will kind of be based on like what are you focused on? What are your goals? And some of it will be focused on what are your needs. But yeah, it's definitely going to be some push that we feel around achievement and success. It's just how it is because the moon at that on that day is in um Capricorn. Now, at that same time, the nodes of the moon are squaring Pluto. So it's a lot of Aries energy because a square is Aries energy. It's a lot of Aries energy. So it could be not only just taking a lot of action, maybe we're going to have a lot of passion. But the other thing I think that we need to think about is just being cautious of fighting. If we're gonna fight, make sure you're fighting for something that's actually really worth it. Because it could be we find there's a lot of fighting happening, a lot of, bumping of heads. But the good thing about this energy is it like ignites you to take action. Okay. So this is going to be us getting ignited. I think the fall is going to be a time for us to be ignited around transformation, ignited around making some sort of radical change. That's going to help us go in a new direction. It's going to help us heal and release on the one hand, and then go in a whole new direction on the other hand. So, oh my gosh, wow. I just want to rest. Okay. So let's see where Venus is. Now, I do like this. I do like this. I do like this. Um, Venus is down here in Leo. And so that means that she is in a position. Well, I really do think that this is kind of like kicking off the me. I talked about the we. The me phase is the way they describe it is you hear everyone like saying things, you can do it, and you kind of feel like that theme of you can pull yourself up by your own bootstraps. I don't think that's what they said, but that's how I'm gonna describe it. Um, they use advertisement. They said the army went from talking about I can't remember what the phrase was that they were using for the army that was more like we, and it wasn't working. And so in the me phase, they switched it to an army of one. Be all you can be. That reflects more of like the me. And it's just how it is, right? I don't know why the universe made this, but I think they're accurate in what they're saying. And so there's a lot of energy of one. The sun is the energy of one. Mars is one. The number is one. Venus is in Leo, one. Leo is the sun. Number one is associated with Leo, even though she's this energy of partnerships. So maybe the way I said I want to talk about it as we move more into me is you get to be who you need to be within the collective. You don't have to conform, but I want to keep us a part of a collective because we need each other, but we need everyone to show up and be who they came to be and bring that to the collective. We don't all need to be the same. And so I think it's going to sort of be like that. It's going to be more of like people want to stand out, or people want to self actualize in some kind of way. I like that Venus is moving forward. So I think that the fall, even though we still have a lot of planets that are retrograde, they're the outer planets. The inner planets are direct. So I think that we'll have a time where we feel like we're accomplishing things in the fall. So I do really love that. But Venus is moving forward from her retrograde. And so there's still some stuff that we may be feeling like we're wrapping up and finishing or something like that. But it's like we'll have the energy to actually get it done. Both of these signs are very creative. And so I think that the fall can be a time where we are very creative, maybe in an artsy way, or we're able to come up with some very creative solutions specifically that will help bring us into balance. I think that it could bring some fun around relationships. And so, yeah, I love that with the Venus being in Leo. Yeah, and Venus in Leo and the Sun in Libra, both of those are masculine signs. So, yeah, I just think that it's going to be more energy and action and less flow. Even though things can come to us still easily and effortlessly, we're just going to be taking more action. Saturn is in um Pisces. And the reason I'm talking about Saturn is because Saturn is called the oh my god, what is this word? Oh, it's exalted in Libra. So we can always kind of see what's going on. Now Saturn is retrograde um the day that the sun moves into Libra. And so there is something about Libra season where if we really want to have success, a great fall, manifest what we want to manifest, however you want to say it, whatever you're looking for, there's definitely needs to be a plan. We need some structure. And there's something with the subconscious mind because right now Saturn is working in our subconscious mind. So maybe releasing things that are subconscious that are impacting us negatively. Mm, okay, and then we have Chiron opposite Mars. So the reason this is important is because the other eclipse point is in Aries, which is ruled by Mars, and that's a pretty tight opposition is what it's called. And so what I think that's going to do for us this fall, it is definitely going to be bringing up topics around balance. And the balance, imbalance might be coming from something that's not fully healed up. Something that I notice is I still struggle with if things get too stressful and I feel unsafe, my mind just it's just like my mind just gets erased. Um, and that is something that throws my life out of balance, right? So it could be something like that, or it's something with the body that is causing you to be out of balance. And it could really be an emphasis this fall. And it's just so important because, it's like this Aries energy, this Mars Aries energy just all in effect at that moment of the new moon. Um, okay. So let me see what else y'all have said. See if y'all have anything to say about all of that. Okay, I think I'm gonna use today my Beyond Lemuria deck. So I think what I want to just emphasize is the importance of really taking this time taking it seriously to create shifts and changes in your life, whatever it is that you want in your life. Okay. Um, Libra is a very elegant sign. It's about refinement. So we might be refining something also. It's stylish, so I think it could bring a lot of style. And actually, I think it'll bring a lot of art. So we have a lot of artsy people. I know Deeza's artsy, Minnesota and Kimmy. I know you make jewelry. All the artsy people out there. We got dancers, poets, singers, all that, musicians. Oh, we can just keep going on and on and on. Graphic artists could be a good fall for you. But you're gonna have to let something go in order to really get where you want to go. So let's see what energy is governing us for the fall. I'm scared to ask. This is from my Beyond Lemuria deck. This is interesting. I pulled Harmonic Light, which harmony is actually one of the keywords for Libra. Now, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you something. I honestly think it could be a little lack of harmony. I like to bring good news. Y'all know me. I'm a Pollyanna. But I actually think it could feel like some disharmony this fall. Yeah, but we went through all this Mercury retrograde in Virgo to be able to fix it. Okay, so it says these are the key words. Seeing the divine in the eyes of another. Ooh. Relationships with deep bonds. Karmic connection. Clearing illusory projections. Life-changing connection. Transmuting dissonance. We've been talking about that today. Here's a good one. Removing heart armor. This is one of the reasons I really like using oracles. Removing heart armor, being seen, and teamwork. This is a very long description, so I'm just going to go to what it means. It says, what you see in the eyes of another is a reflection of yourself. This card may be encouraging you to look at the bigger picture of a close relationship. A perceived challenge may be an illusion or a projection. I'm going to say that again. A perceived challenge may be an illusion or a projection, because that's most of what's going on with most of us, right? This card may relate to family, teamwork, community, and ways you harmonize dissonance for deeper growth. The bonds you share give you the power to transmute your fears. Put time and awareness into resolving karmic connections, or they will play out. There may also be a life-changing connection on the horizon. If that ain't about Libra in the fall, I don't know what is. Okay. Okay. You pull that card often from that deck. Wow. Interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna go with this deck. Ocean Kimmy gifted it to me. So let's see what the Starseed Oracle. I know a lot of y'all know this deck too. Now that I think about it, Starseed Oracle. Oh, hold on one second. What's governing us for the fall? I don't know why. I just felt like kind of going out into the, pulling out these kind of decks. I was like, yeah, let's do this for now. For the fall. Okay, for the fall, I have. Okay. Big picture thinking is what it says. It has to do with Pleiades energy, visionary, and inspired ideas. So this is also governing us for the fall. I kind of like this one. The Pleiadians are our cosmic cousins. They're here to remind us that it's never too late to learn new things and change the future. You're being called to be a visionary for the planet, to take a deep breath, shake off what you've been taught about the world, and hold a new vision for humanity. You're likely a natural big picture thinker here to generate ideas for the future, here to birth a new age and dream a new world into being. That could be a little bit of that Mercury and that Jupiter we talked about earlier. The future will be woven by dream makers like you, by those with enough courage to question the way things have been and envision new possibilities for the planet. Check this out. The world needs more artists, dreamers, inventors, and visionary thinkers. Perhaps, okay, this might be for Natasha. Perhaps you had an idea recently that you're being called to usher in. If so, this card is your confirmation that is divinely guided. And it says the Pleiadians support us in this important stage of the Earth's development. They want us to know the decisions we make today will affect the well-being of our planet and all species. They're calling you to be a leader of the future. Now, I can honestly say the be a leader is definitely something that I see in this moon. We will be called into a higher leadership, for sure. Love that. So hold a clear vision of what's possible. You're called to trust the vision and follow it through with daily action, to dream a new world into being, to hold your mind open and try not to worry about what others think. For it takes great courage to pave a new path. I'm going to repeat that again. It takes great courage to pave a new path. Remember, Mars is in Libra. Mars is courage. And Libra is asking us to let go of something because we need to go in a new direction. Wow. And so I think we're going to be able to kind of see what that looks like this fall. Okay. For it takes great courage to pave a new path. Listen to this part. And to trust a vision before it's a reality. That is very important right there. So, questions for you to answer. How are you being called to step up and lead? What new ideas or creations are you being called to pursue? We will figure those out or see it more clearly this fall. That's a nice reading right there. Y'all can see I'm a little bit of a brat. It's like, I just want a good reading, Oracle. Interesting. Mhm. I just had this insight within my relationship. Nice. Grateful for it. Yes. That's a twin flame or soulmate card, mirroring and being triggered to get that healing. I heard that. Okay. Diza. I'm all for it. Yes. Mhm. Yeah. And my position is if you don't lead nothing else, lead your own life. Be a good leader of your own life. So I'm gonna go on ahead and begin to wind it down. And I'm gonna pull from affirmation cards for women. Let's affirm. What are you affirming for the fall? Let me hear from you all. What do you want to affirm for yourself, for the community, whatever it is for the fall? I just affirm that we're going to be able to keep ourselves healthy and balanced in our body, mind, spirit, and emotions with all this activity we're going to be doing. So y'all let me know, and I'm going to read our affirmation. We're going to affirm this for the fall. With each new day and each breath that fills my lungs, there is a fresh opportunity to live the life that I've been dreaming of. Hope is everything, y'all. Hope is everything. So that's our affirmation for the fall. And let me see. Yes, leading our own life. We will be heard. Love that. Anyone else want to share? an affirmation intention for the fall.